The entertainment in a video game is usually the gameplay and the possibilities inside the game. But as video games has evolved as an art form, so has the entertainment factors in the games. Such a factor is the music, and I know a great deal of countdowners have talked about music in gaming, and I'm no different. For this topic, it is the fun music tracks in game. You know, the music tracks which you enjoy because it gives you a feeling of having fun and being happy. Yeah, those themes are kinda rare nowadays. So I'm here to show you my top 10 fun video game music tracks in gaming. Now, unlike my last music-based countdown, I'll be taking another page from the Green Scorpion's book of countdown making and actually speak my mind to each of these music tracks. Now let the fun begin. That is cool. But it is also a bit of fun, although not the same kind of fun as the other ones on this list. It is still fun. The Lightning Battle plays like a 70 or 80 styles rock number with electric guitars, bass, lots of drum play and even a keyboard. The fun factor in this one is the fast tempo and the light-hearted feel that can be placed on the main guitarist and the drum player. And even though you can definitely hear that there is some kind of melody, you almost feel like they are just constantly changing it like a classic symphonic piece. The theme is split into 3 sections, where the first section is really speedy and upbeat all the way to the end of the section where the chorus is, which I will say is my most memorable thing in this number. Then in the end of that section, where you think that it is the real end, they pick it up again and with a section that sounds a little more, in lack of a better word, improvised, but where it still fits to the piece. The final piece starts out really calm and is mainly dominated by the keyboard and drums, but then finally ends on a good note. This is on the list for the upbeat rhythm and the light-hearted feel that the guitar has to it, especially during the chorus in the first piece. But due to the fake-outs between the pieces, which feels like interrupting the entire piece a lot, I can't place it high. But it is still among some of my favorite battle themes. Maybe this is influenced by the situation in which it plays, but it is still a fun little theme. 2 themes. Mostly supported by the percussions and keyboards, it gives a 70s style funk tune to it, making it ideal for the psychedelic colors of the surfing scenes. Like the Lightning Battle, the melody doesn't seem to be consistent during the entire piece, but unlike the lightning battle, the beat is more present and slower than the lightning battle, making it easier to follow and much more laid back. The fun part of this is both the part where it's played, aka the video game version of an LSD trip in the Wonderland rabbit hole, and the fact that we are not used to the experience of 70s style funk piece in a video game, but also the many intervenes in the music from some rather weird sounds and sequences. It doesn't harm it in the fun department by being upbeat, but not so fast paced that you can't expect it at parties. I had a hard time deciding between the main theme or the Scumball theme, but I decided to go with the main theme. I really get the feeling of being in the exotic and mystical Monkey Islands, and that is even in every version of the main theme, since it changes from game to game. But even though they can be both low tune and mystical sounding, they are all enjoyably upbeat. I want to especially mention the version of Curse of Monkey Island and the Secret of Monkey Island Special Edition version. The Curse version because it goes with a lot of instrumentals that give small breaks in the melody itself, like small extra hits to the oil drums and extra hit on the strings. Secret version because of the upbeat flute helps with extra notes here and there. The flute in that version also seems to be playing a lot on pitches, aka small and sharp blows. As a flute player myself, I like this. Of course, I can't help but include my own theme into one of these kind of countdowns. At first, it sounds like a war theme, painting the way for the war hero to enter the battlefield in the hour of need, with drum play, a little bit of harp play, and the choir. But then it changes into the fun part, where the bass and the trumpets join together with more percussions. It sounds still upbeat as the man of action steps into the field. When the main part starts, it has a few moments where it goes slower than the rest, but the upbeat part shines through and helps with the ever so triumphant ending. The entire theme is held up by the percussions and the bass to the main rhythm, and the rest of the instruments just play what fits to the feeling. It might not be one of that kind of themes that you just keep humming while on your way to school or what have you, but come on! Don't tell me that I'm the only one here who would think it would be cool to meet someone in trouble while this theme plays. It has, together with the medics important in the game, made the theme like a hero's arrival and triumph. This one shouldn't be here for its simple use of instruments, but it's still here for how it plays and how upbeat it is. It only have a flute, a few percussions, and what sounds like a synchronizer playing that kind of futuristic sounds that you might have heard in an 80s music video. That is really weird thinking about it, but its upbeat tempo, its light tunes and the rhythm make it work quite well. So well that I often have it in my head while helping with heavy lifting or in storage houses. Which is where it is played. It plays during the many minigames in every harbor city in the world. The fun of this is the upbeat tempo and light-hearted melody, but still for its upbeat tempo, it still seems very laid back. Oh, the mindfuck that is the ending of Castle Crashers. Not only does the final princess show to be a clown version of Dr. Frank and Further, not only does both penguins and weasels come out of nowhere when she dances, but it is all accompanied by this theme. The melody and percussion is quite easy, and what seemed to be an electronica version of flute play is later in the theme replaced by whooping sounds. But it is really easy to make this so upbeat and enjoyable that the melody itself is the same as the one Donald Duck sings the first time you meet him in the Wise Little Hen. Actually, this is a tie, since it isn't just present in one game, but rather an entire franchise. So, let's play them. I know this is stretching it, but I really enjoy the many versions of this. With a few exceptions. But they all have the upbeat rhythm and melody down, even despite what music genres they are using. They can go from simple guitar and harmonica to a mambo version with more percussions, all the way to can't we just agree that that version doesn't exist? But if I have to choose my favorite, I would pick electric, fiddle, brace, and brindle floss.
Drink to the proud and noble Chocobo, the only friend I know. It's me where I need to go. Let's have a pint at this majestic feast. I'll ride her western east until I'm quite deceased.
Gotta love that one. As I stated in my very first countdown, what makes Sergeant Bird so funny, aside from everything else, is his theme. It is upbeat with bass supporting the percussions and trumpets playing the melody together with a keyboard. It at no time sounds like a war nor military theme, but it's upbeat and trumpet playing makes it enjoyable. And when the trumpet isn't playing, it at times sounds like the egg thief is there. I can't be the only one hearing him. Is he still haunting me? Oh. Even though the bass line supports the beat, it almost drowns out the percussions. At times. So, as I said, I often return to Year of the Dragon because of Sergeant Bird and his theme. And forgetting to beat the money after Moneybags.
Get over here, Moneybags! Don't mourn! Don't mourn! Come on, Teddy Bear! I wanna find you! Come on, Teddy Bear! Oh, come on, Teddy Bear!
How can you go wrong with a theme like this? Oh wait, you can't! This is just such a joy to listen to. Just like Ringabell himself, his special theme is light, sophisticated and enjoyable. The two elements in this theme that is the fun feeling to it is in the inclusion of both an accordion and a pair of castagnettes. There are also the elements which stick out for this theme in comparison to most other music tracks from the game, since no other theme in the game, or just rarely in gaming in general, that there are themes that combine both of those instruments. The castagnettes helps with the upbeat tempo of the rhythm, and the accordion gives it a sophisticated feel to it, almost like it was playing beside the Eiffel Tower, or in a Professor Layton game. Maybe both. The game itself almost makes you listen to the special's music, since the duration of the effects are determined by the duration of the themes, and I would gladly do that, especially with this one. Yeah, I know, this is silly as all hell, but doesn't that also make it fun to listen to? The light-hearted melody, the upbeat rhythm, the changes in lead instruments, the percussion and accordion play between the main pieces, it all helps making this an enjoyable and fun theme to listen to. It is playing during the Wrath stage, which is the first stage which there are more colors than black, white and grey, which fit the music beat so well. The last stage also had some upbeat music, but that was more simple and not so interesting. Whereas this is more fun to listen to due to its variety in instruments and changing instrumentals during the piece without going too far from the main melody, that it is easy to follow. And that is why I think this is more fun to listen to than Love's Vagrant. Because when Love's Vagrant had a simpler arsenal of instruments to go from, its variety comes from the melody constantly changing, whereas the Wrath have an easier to follow and catchy melody, but a bigger instrumental arsenal, which make it easier to follow the melody, but also still gives it the changes. So therefore, I think that the most enjoyable video game music track from gaming is the Wrath from Mickey's Wild Adventures.